If you are a woman or somebody who's feeling trapped, who has to find help because you are now isolated and you are now confined to being with a domestic partner or domestic abuser, please reach out. Abusive situations, it's the power structure. The power structure of keeping you in a relationship because of the children, because of finance, because of so many different scenarios and circumstances. Let me tell you, it is hard to pick up the phone and answer that ER call when you know that you probably don't have a bed to answer that phone call. What we're going through right now, it's in addition to obviously the health risk of coronavirus or COVID-19, but now also facing an economic downturn. These are all compounding situations, and it is the psychological, physiological, the physical power structure that coexists in these situations. And now let me also bring in the fact that nonprofits are feeling this pressure to continue to keep their doors open, are even limiting those options for women, in our case, who are mostly the women, the people that we serve, even limiting their options of where do I go? Our shelters are unfortunately filled to capacity. We are working with domestic violence survivors or those who want to seek help. But I have to tell you, this situation of coronavirus aggravates the situation even more, because the options to protect your health, unfortunately, are at odds with the options of protecting yourself from an abuser. I can tell you that the food pantries are suffering. The food pantries need help. Because the small businesses have shut down, a lot of those services have also, a lot of the supplies have also dried up. So give as much as you can right now. I know we're going through an economic challenge right now, but anything that you can do to give and to be supportive and to take care of your neighbors, just make sure that people are okay. You need to be social distance, but that doesn't mean that you can't make a phone call, that you can't check up on folks. It's our human duty to at least ask, is there something I can do? And then let the individual say what they need. At a minimum, I believe that that's our duty. It's making sure that we have long-term investments in our communities, because one thing that coronavirus is showing, we failed to invest. We failed to invest in social infrastructure. And that is now going to be something that we have to bring all of our best thoughts and our best thinking and really hold government and the private sector's feet to the fire. You're not alone. Reach out. We know that as it relates to domestic violence and sexual assault, these are life and death situations. And we want to make sure that survivors know, one, we believe you, and secondly, we're here for you, and thirdly, you're not alone.